dripped.
Get out of there, get out of there.
Something in me knew, don't provoke her. So I quietly continued gathering the laundry, moving as softly as I could.
Oh no.
I started walking toward the front door. That's when she snapped her head.
Ooh! Oh my god. Run, 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 run. What's up YouTube, it's your boy Marky back with another reaction. Today we are going to be watching horror stories you should not watch alone. Y'all lucky, man. I'm watching them alone, so you don't got to. Let's get into it. The Woman in the Rain.
4 years since this happened, but I remember it as vividly as if it happened last night. Sometimes, when that woman's grotesque face appears in my dreams, I wake up screaming.
Oh snap.
Even now, as I type this out,
Oh man, it's getting good.
all across my skin, and a cold sweat trickles down my back. It was mid-June on a rainy evening. You know those days when the sky never really brightens, and the rain just keeps falling, like the world's holding its breath. Yeah, it was one of those days. I was on the veranda, rushing to bring in the laundry before the storm got worse. That's when I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I turned my head. There was a woman.
Oh no. At that point, I'm gone. She already looked like she from The Exorcist or something. Oh, y'all.
The end of the driveway, just in front of my house. At first glance, it looked like she had no head. A short, involuntary scream escaped me. Not loud, just a startled, breathless noise. But when I focused, I realized the truth was somehow even worse. Her head wasn't missing, it was just tilted all the way back.
Snap,
so
dude.
far back, it looked unnatural, like her
I would have started running so fast. Oh my god.
Wide open. She didn't move. She didn't speak.
And it's nighttime where I'm at. Oh my gosh, man.
The only sound was the rain. I stood frozen for a full minute, watching her. She never looked at me, never shifted, not even a twitch. I felt cold fear drip down my spine. Something in me knew, don't provoke her. So I quietly continued gathering the laundry, moving as softly as I could. I started walking toward the front door. That's when she snapped her head.
Oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Her face was lit up.
Run.
Unbelievably joyful expression.
Run, man, run.
It wasn't normal. It looked stuck, almost like a mask. People smile, and then their face returns to neutral. But hers didn't. She just kept smiling, wide, unblinking, unmoving. It was a smile I can't
Hope I don't get nothing from watching this, Lord.
The most joyful,
I believe in God.
Terrifying expression I've ever seen on a human face. Something inside me said, she's not right, she's not safe. But I didn't say a word. I didn't.
No duh.
I ran. I bolted for the front door, yanked it open, dashed inside, and slammed it shut behind me. Click. I locked it. 3 seconds later, there was a massive bang against the door.
Grab the 9, Jamal.
I screamed and dropped everything. The laundry scattered everywhere. I collapsed to the floor.
What are you doing?
I screamed. My voice sounded like a terrified child's.
Oh my
but there was no
gosh,
answer.
man.
Just silence.
Y'all let me know. Would y'all have ran in the house and locked the door? Or would y'all have just left? I really don't know though, because she's standing right in front of the house. So what if she would have started chasing you when you try to leave? I don't know. It's a tricky situation. It's just me. I don't know. Probably would have just started running and calling one.
I remember thinking, how did she get here so fast? I had just shut the door, just seconds ago, and somehow she had reached it and slammed into it with terrifying force. It sounded like a body slam, not just a knock.
I'm calling the police!
I shouted, still silence.
Oh man,
I
guys.
crept to the window and peeked outside. She was back in the driveway, standing
Holy
exactly
crap.
where she'd been before. Head still tilted back, face still grinning.
This is
at the
terrifying.
sky. Every now and then, she would twist her body like she was
no.
some private joy. I called the police. They arrived.
Back up, you witch. Back up.
I remember one of the officers asking me if I was okay, but I couldn't.
Do I look
take my eyes
okay?
off her. face. It was bleeding. Blood was dripping from her nose and forehead. That's when I realized she had slammed her face into my front door.
Oh
But even
my
with the blood,
gosh.
she was still smiling. I never heard what happened to her.
Just
The
look
Lily
at that face. I'm probably gonna have nightmares from this face alone.
never followed up with me. They just took her away. Maybe she was mentally ill. Maybe she was high. I don't know. But I still don't
Nah.
understand why she
Nah,
ran at
nah,
me
nah.
like that. And I can't stop thinking.
I know.
If I hadn't shut that door in time, she would have slammed right into me. I think about that moment.
Oh man, yeah, that first one. Oh my gosh, y'all. Yeah, I love y'all. I'm over here watching this. Oh my gosh. I know it don't look too dark in here. That's because I got my ring light. But this is like, oh no. All right, let's get into the next one. The Forest Horror Story.
My name is Eric.
I'm not gonna want to
and
go
this is
camping
a true
now.
story that happened when I was 23 years old, though I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh
I'm
man.
61 now, and this experience still haunts me. My friends and I had decided to escape the city for a weekend of camping, eager to disconnect and enjoy nature. The woods were dense and eerily quiet. The
So
only
eager.
sounds were the soft murmur of our conversations
Holy
and the
smokes.
occasional hoot of an owl. As the night deepened, the firelight flickered, and the shadows seemed to slither and twist with a life of their own.
Oh my
We
god.
shared great ghost
Listen to the
stories,
words he's
each
saying.
one
It's just
more
spooky
chilling
and it
than the
hasn't even
last,
got spooky yet.
until an uneasy silence settled over the group.
Y'all with me? Y'all
Just as I
watching
was
with me?
about to break the tension with a joke,
I'm here,
a
man. We
faint
got this.
rustling came from the edge of the clearing.
Did you hear that?
Sarah whispered, her voice trembling. We all froze.
I didn't hear that,
straining
Sarah.
to
Let's
listen.
run now.
The
Just cuz.
rustling grew louder and closer. It wasn't the sound of an animal or the wind. It was slow, deliberate.
Probably just a raccoon.
Jake muttered, trying to sound brave, but his eyes betrayed him. Before anyone could move, a figure emerged
Oh
from the
my
darkness.
gosh.
It was tall and gaunt, with
Whoa.
long, spindly limbs. But what stopped us cold was its face, or rather, the lack of one. Where its face should have been was a
no.
smooth, featureless expanse of pale skin, like stretched wax. We stared in
Oh,
stunned
man.
silence, unable to process what we were seeing. Then, with a sudden, jerky
Oh, run, run,
faceless
run.
being lunged. Chaos erupted. We scrambled to our feet. The firelight
Oh,
casted
no.
frantic shadows across our panicked faces.
Oh no.
Run!
I screamed, grabbing Sarah's hand and dragging her toward the forest. We bolted through the underbrush,
Oh my
branches
gosh.
clawing at our skin. Behind
Oh
us,
no.
creature.
No. Oh my gosh, bro. Just put yourself in that situation. Imagine. Oh Lord. No.
Moved with unnatural speed.
No,
Its
no, no,
limbs
no, no,
snapping
no,
forward
no.
like spider legs.
Holy
We stumbled
smokes.
into a clearing, hearts racing. Jake and Tom were gone.
We have to find them.
Sarah gasped, her eye.
Y'all just left Jake and Tom? I don't blame you. Lucky Sarah with me. I'd have been out of there. Every man for themselves. I should see a being running on me like that. What? You crazy. Every man for themselves.
Wide with fear. Then came a scream,
No love lost.
high, sharp, and
Oh,
full
no.
of terror.
Run.
It was Jake.
Jake got caught.
We ran toward the sound, the scream cutting off.
You ran towards it? Yeah, y'all. You would have been on your own, Sarah. I'd have. E-way. Running. One man down. He's occupied at least, alright? I love y'all, Jake. I love you. But he's occupied with Jake now. So that gives me more of a chance to run.
Abruptly,
Running
replaced
towards
by
the
a
sun.
wet,
Heck outta
sickening
here.
noise that made my stomach lurch. We found Jake near a large oak tree. His body was crumpled, blood pooling around him. eyes frozen open in a mask of pure horror. The faceless thing loomed over him, its head tilted as if admiring its work.
Tom? Where's Tom?
Sarah sobbed. I turned, and there he was, another lifeless figure, twisted unnaturally on the forest floor, his face contorted in pain. The being looked at us. We ran again,
Yeah,
deeper
stupid.
into the woods, the sound of its pursuit never far behind. My lungs burned, my legs were lead, but I didn't stop. We burst into another clearing.
Holy
there
crap.
It was, a small, crumbling cabin.
There!
I shouted. We sprinted to the door and slammed it shut, barring it with a thick wooden plank. The creature pounded against it, each blow shaking the cabin. Then, silence.
Do you think it's gone?
No.
Sarah whispered.
I don't know.
I said, dread
Dude,
curling
just
in
be
my
quiet.
chest. The silence dragged on and on.
My heart is
Then
beating out my
the
chest.
door exploded inward. The
Oh,
faceless being
no.
stood in the doorway, head cocked, savoring our fear. It moved toward us, slowly, arms
Oh my
outstretched.
god.
We slowly backed up until
Oh
we
my
pressed
gosh.
ourselves against the far wall. Sarah screamed as it reached for her, its long, bony fingers inches from her face. In a final desperate move, I grabbed a broken piece of wood and struck it. It barely flinched.
What was that supposed to do? You just made him mad. Let him handle Sarah and run. Okay? This is your last chance. Think wisely, okay? No, you're trying to be the big tough guy. Think wisely. Run. Please.
Its empty face turned to me. It reached out.
Got her.
The moment its skin touched mine, everything went black. I woke up the next morning on the forest floor.
Woke
the
up.
cabin was gone. Sarah was gone. Jake, Tom, gone. All that remained was the blood on my clothes.
Why did he
and the
spare
crushing
you?
dread in my chest. To this day, I don't know what that creature was. Maybe it was something not of this earth. Maybe it was
Oh,
never meant to
man.
be seen. I never told anyone what happened. Who would believe me? Now, I see a psychiatrist trying to get this thing out of my head.
Oh no.
But sometimes I still wake up gasping from nightmares, hearing that inhuman scream. I think about Jake and Tom every day. I wonder, would they have families now?
Jake
That
from
might
State
never
Farm
happen.
is out of there,
I
man.
just want young people to be careful.
It's alright, you
You
survived.
never know what's out there. Because sometimes the woods take more than just your peace and quiet. Sometimes they take everything.
Oh man. I am lost for words. I am in shambles. That was a good one. Man. Well, there we go. 2 horror stories you should not watch alone, and Mr. Smart Guy here watched them alone. So, if you guys are new, I would desperately like for you to hit the subscribe button, maybe a like if you're feeling generous, and y'all have a good rest of y'all night. See if you guys can sleep like, but I'm not. Peace.